What's going on, guys? K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Bitcoin currently sitting above $23,000 at the time I'm making this video. Of course, that could change by the time you see it. But what I do want to talk about is not just what's going to happen leading into Monday and Tuesday, but also the fact that, number one, we are seeing Bitcoin do something potentially that it has never ever done before. And number two, I want to show you a classic pattern that we've been talking about literally for months on the channel, and you will be shocked when you see this Bitcoin price target. So we got a little bit of good, we got a little bit of bad, but we're going to cover everything potentially. So without further ado, this is exactly what we need to pay attention to. Let's hop into the charts. So Bitcoin has finally broken this major downtrend that's held us down for literally over a year. You can see every single time we've ever come up to this area, we were rejected. And unless something absolutely crazy happens in the next few hours, it looks like we are in fact going to close this weekly candle above the trend line. Hopping over here, what is interesting as well is, and I love looking at the BLX on where it closes, even though yes, we are sitting higher than this level right now. Again, look at where that daily candle closed, right? And basically what we're hoping for is another type of sideways consolidation like this right here. And if we do continue to consolidate nicely, then we could have that next target, be anywhere up to potentially around that $25,000 level. Now, the $25,000 level is a level where I would start to get very, very, very cautious, because that is where we had this major capitulation right here during the original Terra Luna crash, right? So this is a very, very significant level for Bitcoin. I would be a little cautious as we approach that. And of course, we do still have the CME futures gap, which would need to go down to around 19,990 in order to close that. Now, remember, for the majority of the time, 95% of the time, Bitcoin does close these gaps, but we also do have one up here at around 28,700. So the question is, does Bitcoin actually break out, come down, and then head up to close this gap first before retracing, or do we retrace quickly now and then go to the upside? That's kind of what we, have to sort of see what happens, obviously, when stocks open again and the futures open again. But what's crazy about Bitcoin is you can see how it is perfectly respecting these levels, right? Right here, we started doing this consolidation in this parallel channel. We lost it. And then what ended up happening was it actually turned into a bit of a bull flag, right? We had then the consolidation here and here bouncing between these two levels. Finally, we broke out. And if you look at what we're doing right now, we are in fact having this previous resistance right here, and that is acting as support. Can you see right what we're doing right there? So this is pretty bullish price action for Bitcoin, and we are sitting above our major target. This was our next target at around 22,780, and we did in fact hit that. But here is the bad news slash good news, okay? We're gonna give a little bit of both here on the charts today. So Bitcoin has literally never ever done this before in its history. This is the index, right? And you could see that Bitcoin has this moving average, this yellow moving average right here, which is the 50. And then of course we have this pink moving average, which is the 200. Now, as I said, Bitcoin is coming up to one of its biggest situations yet. We need to get above this 200, because every single time in Bitcoin's history, this pink line right here, this 200 weekly, provided support, provided support, provided support, and here it's been acting as resistance. So that's number one. And number two is we've never seen this moving average, this 50, move below the 200, right? You can see right back here, we came really, really close. Look how close we came, right? But what happened was Bitcoin started pumping. We never actually touched. These two lines never crossed. And then we went on a massive bull run. So basically what's happening right now is a situation in which we've never actually seen these two moving averages cross. And if they do cross, it would actually be what is known as a death cross. Now, if you guys don't remember, where did we see a death cross previously? Well, if we come over here to the DXY, we saw one right here. Remember right here, guys, if you were watching on the channel, this was the 5th and 6th of January. This was literally 4 days before we had the crazy pump. And we made a video calling out this death cross. And I said every single time that we've ever seen this death cross, here's one back here, right? And then you had one right here and you saw the chart start to fall down. We knew that the dollar was going to go down and risk assets were going to go up. So Bitcoin is potentially having that right now on the weekly. We haven't had it confirmed yet. We haven't had these two lines, cross right here. I'm sorry, let me get rid of all my drawings right there. But we haven't had these two lines cross. But if they do, guys, this would be the first time it's ever happened in history that Bitcoin has gotten this death cross on the weekly. And in that case, then yes, the bulls may actually be in for a shock, and the bears might have the upper hand due to the fact that we have that death cross. But like I said, it hasn't happened yet, right? It would still take a few weeks, and there's a good chance if Bitcoin keeps moving to the upside the same way that we did back here, we could actually avoid it where it looks like they're going to cross and then we completely miss it, right? So that's kind of what we're hoping for right now, is to have that situation where Bitcoin just continues that consolidation and then keeps moving to the upside, and we actually end up avoiding those crosses. But something we've been talking on this channel for a very, 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 very long time is that Bitcoin is in probably one of the largest falling wedges I have, ever seen, okay, in a very, very, very long time. You can see right here, we can even switch this to the weekly if you want to see it a little bit clearer, and you can see that we are, in fact, having this breakout. Now, I don't want to get anyone excited here, but if you do look, basically, you take the top, you measure to the bottom, and then from the breakout, that is basically the target for this move. Now, obviously, understand this is not going to happen overnight. This is something that is going to take a while, right? We're talking months to potentially happen. But if we do draw a line, from top to bottom, and we bring this over here to the breakout point, this is crazy, guys. This actually brings Bitcoin all the way up into the $50,000 range. So that would be absolutely crazy. We do have to be careful, though, that we don't have a fake out here, obviously, but that is massive, massive for Bitcoin. And of course, we do have stocks in a descending, broadening wedge. And of course, once again, if stocks break out, Bitcoin's probably going to break out even harder. But if we do get that rejection, on stocks to the downside, then that would probably put a damper in Bitcoin's rally. So the ultimate level outside of closing the CME futures gap that we're looking for is this 200 daily. I still have my little circle here from yesterday. The last time that Bitcoin got up to that point, we actually got rejected, right? Bitcoin came up to the line, we hit it, and we got rejected, and now we're actually pumping above it. So as long as we continue to stay above this, and of course this line is going to start, sloping up over time, then we're good. So basically, Bitcoin, as long as we hold above 19,589, and remember that this number is going to go up over time, right? As Bitcoin goes up, the moving average is going to go up. But as long as we can stay above it, like we did back here, right? We stayed above it, we stayed above it. As soon as we lost it, look what happened. Boom. Fell down, right, to the bottom. So staying above that level is basically what we're looking for. And remember, guys, if you do want to learn how to trade, make sure you watch this tutorial popping up right here, right now. So basically, that's it, guys. We have these two scenarios. We have this massive falling wedge pattern, right, with a huge upside target, but we also have that potential death cross that could happen if Bitcoin price does take a tank, and we have never seen that happen before. So two things to keep an eye on, guys. We will keep you up to date. Make sure you get subscribed. Make sure you drop a like if you do like these quicker type of videos. And like I said, tomorrow might be iffy around the time that I drop it, so you may want to turn on that bell notification. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend into an amazing week. I will see you soon, so make sure that you check this video popping up right here, right now. Until next time, stay crypto, and of course, peace out.